The only way to get love is to give love without trying to get love from the people you're giving love to. Think about it. The only way to get love is to give love without expecting, demanding, or even thinking about getting love back from the people that you're giving love to. Like, you can't give love to try to get love. But the only way to get love is to give love. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense to me right now. And I really shouldn't be recording while I'm driving. Anyway, I took care of the girl sheep and the dogs, and now I'm going to do the boy sheep. And then I'm done for the day. Cowabunga Shazam. That is Canton apples. This is where my boy sheep are. You should come visit Canton apples. I'm having trouble steering with one hand. Canton apples right there. We want some wood chips. Give us your wood chips. Yes, indeed. All right, we are open 24/7 here at Canton Apples, and freshly squeezed cider. We got apples, and look at all the added value. Beautiful one steep at a time teas, goat's milk soaps, apple chips, applesauce, New York maple syrup, maple candy, maple products, honey, and apples. And of course my favorite are Evercrisp. They're the best. And look at this. Oh, look at that. Somebody's raising sheep here at Canton Apples. And don't judge us by the signs. We have meat in the freezer. And we've been selling some, but we haven't even started yet to get going with it. So, a lot happening here at Canton Apples. If you're in the area, come check it out. Joel, Howie, and the gang welcome you. Boom. So, a decent sized stock trailer can also act as temporary hay storage. And I just got some of this. And this is hay from 2024. It's not the best. It's not second cutting, but it's from last summer. So it looks okay. And I just fed some out to the boys. And let's zoom in here real quick. And they are eating those new bales of hay over the old bales that I gave them yesterday. And I just fed them. I just was trying to empty the trailer out yesterday. So the question is, they know what's better, right? They know what's good. Like, there's a Christmas tree, a white pine on the right. They stripped it. The fir, the blue spruce or the white spruce, they're not so crazy about. So they know what it is they like. And if they like this new hay, that's good enough for me. I want them healthy. I'm not gonna scrimp on their food. So it's a bit breezy, but it's not bad. It's so much better than it was yesterday. And we had quite a bit of snow, and it is drifting, as you can see. No complaints. No complaints here at Canton Apples. And we're very excited. Canton Apples will be offering my meat. And my pants are falling down. For some reason, I guess they came unbuttoned. I'm wearing layers, so it's not like I'm walking around with my pants falling off. But anyway, off to feed the girl sheep. The boys are done, and they're really they're drinking water, so I gotta keep bringing them water every day too. Oh boy. there are days when being out here hauling hay to the animals and water and stuff is hard. And then there are days like today, we're in the low 20s, and just checking to make sure I hadn't lost a hay bale. But it's just beautiful today. Joel is using my little tractor to move some wood chips and mix up some compost, and that makes me happy because buying that tractor was kind of a mistake. Not that there are any mistakes, but being out here and being with the animals and watching him, it's really interesting. The sheep have hardly eaten any of the hay from yesterday. That's interesting. And here I am giving them more. So maybe I can give them less. Anyway, the point I was trying to make is some days it's hard being out here, and then other days like today, it's like, oh my God, I get to be out here. I get to move. I get to pull things. I get to use my body and to be out in nature and under the sky, and it's a good thing. That's what I was trying to say. All right. So I'm standing in the light here, but sheep do drink water in the winter. If they're eating hay, they do need to drink. They don't need a lot. They're not like cows, but get out of the light here. Be nice. Hey, you be nice. Where you don't push them away from water. Not your water. Spike is he's a little bit bossy, but they all hang out together all day, so I'm not too concerned about him. Being rough with them, but I can't quite get out of my own light here. There we go. That's a shot. Yeah. And Luna, of course. Too cold. Oh, she's gonna pee. Okay, good. We'll let her have her privacy. So I'm pulling the hay, walking backwards here. Like, I'm moving the hay over here because this is a sun trap over here, and it's out of the wind, and I'm curious to see how much of the new hay, the fresher hay they ate yesterday. The boys didn't eat all the hay I gave them, so the girls pretty much have, although there's some good hay still here that they probably could eat. And they have been grazing all the way out there, digging through the snow. So anyway, let me feed it. Won't make them wait any longer. And it's Friday the 10th of January already, and it's been a pretty intense week. It's been cold all week, and we've had snow, and it was a light kind of dry snow because it was so cold, but it has been drifting. And I managed to finish up my pile of hay that's down this road the day before we got significant snow, and it would be a challenge. There's a bunch of drifts. You can see the snow has drifted behind me there, right across the road. But no complaints. It's beautiful. It's been great to be out here. And one of these days that you're just like, oh, now I remember why I decided to do this. A couple of days ago, I was like, why did I decide to do this again? I have Luna hairs in my mouth. Hey, you didn't finish. Come on. Finish your dinner. Good boy. So we got to finish the dinner before the sheep discover sheep love dog food, and it's weird. It's not good for them. and it stresses the dogs out, and then the dogs get all nasty to the sheep, and then I don't want that. I don't want the dogs to ever be aggressive towards the sheep, even if it's protecting their food. So I try to be very careful about when and where I give them their food, but that's a whole other topic for a whole other video. But anyway, it's good to be out here, and I've never been in better physical condition in my life. And it's about 3 hours a day of pretty intense aerobic and physical exercise, and I have so many of Luna's. That's what I get for kissing dogs who have fluffy hair. Blech. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope you're doing well out there. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. And check out my music channel, Mark Shepard Songs, on YouTube as well. And if you're in the North Country of New York State, come visit Canton Apples. My meat is for sale there, as well as apples. And the owner, Joel Howie, is a great guy. You should get to know him. And come and support local regenerative agriculture. And if you live in the Albany area, I do come down once or twice every month, once every couple of months at this point, when people's freezers get a little low, and I combine an order. And so if you're interested in meat in the Albany area, definitely check out healingpastures.org. Click on the farm link at the top and check out our pork, our lamb, and our beef. And that's it for the moment. Peace, love, and grooviness. Boom. Luna took her food over there to finish it. Spike is right here. It's just these moments when, like, oh, you see the moon rising above an old barn, and it's beautiful, and you just want to connect with what's going on in the present moment. Yeah, I filled this up and they basically drank half of it. I'm glad I brought a third 5-gallon jug, because they don't individually drink a lot, but when you get 50 of them, they do drink. And when you're feeding hay, you gotta supplement. I mean, they can eat snow, but the dogs need water. And one thought I had is that you can actually put colloidal silver in the water. You can also spray their eyes with it if the pink eye persists. Most of the pink eye seems to be done, but I would actually like to add something to the water just to support them a little bit. And, you know, I don't want to prop them up, but at the same time, it would be interesting to see if that simple, very inexpensive method, which is working for my dad, by the way, be interesting if that would work for them. So yeah, this one was left alone after the others went back to the hay, and it's like, oh, wait for me, guys. But they like this new hay, and seems like I can feed a little less of it, and so that's thrifty. I mean, I'm still gonna feed them. I'm not gonna, be chintzy, but this is a constant learning. Constant learning, and I love to learn. Cowabunga Shazam. circle of light on the living room floor, and you're out of the shadows and alive once more. Call the police, call City Hall, call it a dream, call it nothing at all, but coming from the cold, coming from the cold. All your life you've heard the talk, the healer made the lame man walk, the blind can see and the deaf can hear, and now your eyes are filled with tears, coming from the cold, coming from the cold. The wind in the gravel and the grass and the trees speaks to you and sets you free. When your heart knocks on your door, you do not lock it anymore. Coming from the cold, coming from the cold. Early morning yesterday, someone rolled your stone away. Are you alive? Do children play? Welcome to your morning day. Coming from the cold, coming from the cold. Shadows and cleansed of fear, you now know why you were put here. You have healed your heart and soul. Don't you think the world should know you've come in from the cold? You've come in from the cold. 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 Coming from the cold. Coming from the cold. I'm always looking for lessons. And it was interesting. I started the fire. Sometimes it takes a while to get the fire started. But once you get it started, you just need a couple of little nudges. Like I just opened up the stove and just separated those two logs in there just a little bit, and boom, improves the flame. So essentially that's the management style we want. A lot of effort at the beginning to get something going, to get something sustaining itself. Like this fire, as long as I keep adding fuel, you know, it's gonna keep burning. But the bottom line is, a lot of times we don't start the fire right. We try to start it with big logs. We don't put kindling in there and start small. Like in farming, if you're gonna start from scratch, like I am, you gotta start small. Like I started just growing greens on my windowsill. And that was like 10 years ago. And then I got one kind of animal, and then I got another kind of animal, and then I got a third kind of animal, and then I got some ducks, and then I got rid of the pigs, focused on the sheep for a while. Now I'm gonna get going again with the pigs and the cows. So it's about learning, it's about trying things, it's about being patient and not expecting instant results. There's an old motivational speaker trope that basically goes, yeah, you can't say to the stove, give me heat and then I'll put in the wood. No, you have to put in the work up front to get it going. And then it's about little nudges, it's about little adjustments as you manage it into a sustainable thing. Anyway, those are my 3 thoughts for the Sunday message. I think that's my lesson for the week. Pretty good, just a little over 2 minutes. There you go. Are you telling the stove? Are you demanding heat from the stove but not putting any wood in? Not putting any kindling in? Not putting any tinder in? Like, start small, build it. Start small, build it. It will keep you warm. Peace, love, grooviness, over and out. Amen. Boom. You got to think of regenerative agriculture as a pilot boat, which is a small, nimble, incredibly seaworthy, tough, maneuverable boat. And eventually the pilot pulls up alongside the super tanker and times the waves just right and climbs aboard the super tanker or the container ship, the traditional, conventional, big, mega farming, and guides it into the harbor, right? So there is a place for big, and the bottom line is regenerative agriculture is totally and completely scalable. In fact, the biggest question that's often asked is, can this way feed the world? And Joel Salatin will always reply, it's the only way we're gonna feed the world. So think about that. Peace, love, and grooviness. Over and out. Boom!